Morning there, you're watching QTV This Morning, and I am your host, Jennifer Sonko. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, it's a beautiful Monday morning, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, all dressed smart.
Absolutely.
I love the shirt, you know.
Oh, you love it?
I do.
Wow, I'm so glad that you love it.
I do love it.
It's a new week. It's a new day. So we are ready to conquer our day. If you're ready to conquer your day, you have to start the week with force, with energy.
You definitely.
Wow, so...
Man, personally, I had a good weekend. You know, the whole weekend I was just relaxing, you know, just ensuring that I'm taking my time and everything. I was... Actually, you know, since the week started, I had malaria, but I was just forcing myself to like come to work because I did not want to like stay in bed. So over the weekend, I was at Combo Beach Hotel, and they have amazing service. And, you know, I relaxed a lot there, slept a lot, and I'm back again. So, you know, it's amazing sometimes, you know, it's the fadagan.
Wow,
sometimes for just people to take time out, take breaks. If you feel like your body is not responding well, you know, just take a break and, you know, be in your own space, do something different. And then, you know, later you just come back with the same energy. And that's the energy I'm coming with today, and I'm ready to go.
It's very important for you to treat yourself right. You understand? Very, very important. Sometimes to treat yourself, treat yourself well.
Yes.
Very important. And you know, you can do it with like different ways. I mean, you have different ways of treating yourself well. Some people prefer going to the beachside and relax. Some prefer going to the farm. People like me,
going to the farm, well,
you know,
that depends.
Exactly. So it depends where you find your joy, where you relax. I mean, what is more important is at the end of the day, your mind is relaxed.
Well, I relaxed up. I did. I will go to Mr. Ade's table every few minutes. Mr. Ade, I have malaria. Mr. Ade, I need some time off. I can't do this. I'm tired. But he will always say, okay, you go ahead. You know, kind of like when you feel your body is not like responding. So, Mr. Ade, good morning.
Good morning.
And why do you see the need to always push people to like take a rest, like when they feel that they need to?
Believe it or not, it's because of things that happened in my life. Kind of growing up, I was always given this kind of work ethic, work. But however, when I started working, two things happened. Two colleagues of mine who were the type who never were sick, or if they were sick, they still came to work. One of them, and I always remember this because we shared the same birthday, he was on his way to work and he died.
Oh, look at that.
In the train.
He kicked the bucket.
In the train taking ambulance.
Okay.
Kicked the bucket. The other one was a member of staff of mine who I had known for many, many years.
Yeah, so Mr. Ade, we'll get back to you shortly. Yes, we'll get back to you shortly. But generally, you know, it's just important, like I was saying, to just take a break sometimes when you need to and, you know, go relax and recharge. So how was your weekend?
Well, I enjoyed my weekend. You know, I spent the whole time at home with the kids. I mean,
are you sure?
You know, yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think since Friday. I mean, I spent the whole weekend at home. Starting from Friday. I think the only time I left the house was yesterday.
Okay.
And I had an errand around Tabokoto.
Okay.
So I went there to sort out those things and went back to the house.
Okay.
I'm not a going out type person. I don't go out all the time. I prefer spending time at home, taking my attire, you know, looking at things and regulating, you know, certain things, making sure everything is in place. You know, so that's what I love about myself, and that's how I enjoy my weekend.
You know, I went to a wedding yesterday, and I do not go to weddings. So I don't.
You'll have to tell us why.
Yeah, I don't go to weddings.
I was surprised to see
me, and somebody said the person that I went to, Momodu Ba, it was Momodu Ba's wedding. Somebody sent me a message and said, oh, he will not die an untimely death, considering Jainaba dressed up to go to a wedding. I don't like weddings.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And I hope my microphone is working now.
Yeah. You know, I don't like weddings because I feel like weddings, the way I see weddings and the way weddings are done in the Gambia is different. You know, so for me, weddings should be in a way that it's just few family members together, coming together, not like open to the public.
Yeah, but
I
I
feel
mean,
like it's a private moment
exactly. I mean,
for family members to like be together, but not like open to the entire public, just to come and eat and even gossip you. Look at what you're wearing, gossip it. Oh, she's not wearing this. Oh, what she's wearing is not beautiful. For me, I would rather go for a honeymoon just alone with my partner than actually asking the whole world to come, or just my family members, close family members, privately and not open to the public.
I hope if you don't go for weddings, you won't do your wedding here.
No, I'm not going to do a wedding.
Because if you don't go for people's
wedding,
wedding
is a no-no. I don't want anybody to come to my wedding. I'm not going to do a wedding. All I'm going to do is something privately with my partner, but not calling, because it's a private moment for me.
Well,
it depends.
Are reasons why people do it publicly. It's the kind of statement to people that, look, we're committing to each other and we're doing this. But I get part of what you're saying. And the reason I say this, I know at least 2 couples who the amount of money they spent on their wedding, less than a month later, they were broke and begging people for money.
Well,
I'm not kidding. They spent enough money on their wedding that you could have probably bought a house
from that. That's
I
unacceptable.
mean, one of them is still the biggest, well, actually second biggest wedding I've ever been to. It was huge.
That's not
They
necessary.
spent a lot of money, and then they were broke and asking people for money.
That doesn't make sense. Mr. Ade, for me personally, I think before you do a big wedding, you have to have a standard house, you have to have a standard car, you have to live a good life, and the money you're using for the wedding is just excess money.
Exactly.
So for me, wedding for me is private.
Yes.
It's my private moment. And you know how I went to do my wedding, you guys? Me and my partner are actually like gonna go into the mosque. Like, it's not going to be where they do it separated. I want us together, and anything that needs to be said will be said in front of the both of us, and we will take advice together, but not me as the woman just taking advice as to what I have to do in my matrimonial home. It's about what the man should also do.
You know, weddings, there are no special things when it comes to wedding. You know, each and every person, you can choose to do your wedding your own way.
Yeah.
You understand? It is very significant. But I like the extravagance part that you just mentioned.
No, that's not extravagant.
No, I said that you mentioned.
The other one, yeah.
Some people, I mean, they spend a lot when it comes to weddings. And, you know, spending too much. And you don't even have a proper place to sleep. It's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, most of the things are done. It's just to impress people. It's just to show people how you're living. I did the best wedding. I did the best naming ceremony. I did the best thing. You understand? So I think it's important for you to know how to contain yourself when it comes to your wedding.
For me, personally, it's a private moment. Wedding is a private moment, not for public. It's just me, my family, my partner.
Wedding itself, Jennifer, when you look at it, it's just an added thing, but it's not a force. You can even choose to just tie your marriage and you move on. So it depends. So how was the ceremony or the wedding?
No, the ceremony was good because you know why? It was not huge. Momodu Ba ceremony, journalist Momodu Ba, congratulations Momodu Ba. So it was not, Momodu is a very simple person, so it wasn't like something blowing up. It was just family, friends, close individuals, and I'm extremely close to him. You know, we are really, really close. He's just somebody I can rely on for just anything. So it was a good wedding. The wife wasn't there because she's not in Gambia, but you could see that there was a lot of love surrounding him because he's a friendly and a good person. So we all had to come together to just celebrate his day, and I hope that
so it was relatively small.
Yeah, it was really small. Yeah, journalists, family. It wasn't like all over the place. Good. And generally, Momodu is like a simple person.
I like small. I mean, the 3 biggest weddings I've been to, the marriage didn't even last a year. And I'm serious. It's not made up. The 3 biggest ones that they spent combined, you're talking about millions.
Yeah.
They did not even last a year, the marriage.
And you know, one of our elders, I mean, once said this to me. He said to me, if you do a big wedding, normally your marriage doesn't last. That's what he said to me.
Well,
and you know, normally, many a times, because observations have been done, and you know, sometimes these are things that people really take heed of. You understand? And actually, few of the weddings that I've seen, I mean, I think some of them didn't last.
Well, that's just a general thing.
Yeah, that's a general
Yeah.
thing.
I think
It's not based on fact,
Yeah.
but sometimes
But
it happens.
Yeah, I mean, as I said,
I've seen it as well.
I can attest to,
I've
as I
seen
said, the
also
three
one
biggest ones that
very
are
huge one, extremely big, and it didn't last.
Mm-hmm.
So which means if I happen to get married, mine will last because I'm not inviting anybody.
You're
It's
kidding.
just me and my partner.
If you want it to last, you have to do the things that you got to do, baby.
No, it's just me and my partner.
You gotta do the things that you gotta do.
And I tell you this, this might sound obvious, but I think when people get married, they have to realize that they're getting married for the right reason. It might sound obvious, but I think the fact that I've seen so many friends' marriages have ended after a year, 18 months, tells you that they got married for the wrong reasons,
Exactly.
or they hadn't done the
The
right
right
checks. I mean,
things.
I always feel funny talking about it because my own marriage only lasted 10 years, but at least
Excuse me, 10
at
years?
least it wasn't 1 year.
10,
But-
that's like huge, right?
You know,
It's not huge. 10
it's
is
not-
not
10
huge.
is not
Some
huge.
Well,
people,
mashallah,
Ten
whatever the case.
some people have
10 is-
been
10 is-
married
10
for
is not.
50 years,
Of
60
course,
years.
of
Well,
course.
seen people that
alhamdulillah,
are-
at least it was not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
Yes,
know?
I've seen marriages that lasted for 3 months. I've seen marriages that lasted for a week.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
we've seen all
people
that.
because they're getting
1
married
week.
for
1 week. I
Oh,
mean,
dear.
1 week, maybe. You know,
Excuse
but
me.
it's important when
No,
you're
the
getting.
shortest one I know
you know,
is 1
I think
1 month, I'm gonna die.
I think the mistake that people made, I mean, people normally make when it comes to marriages, it's telling your partner the truth. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, of
Come
course.
out plain.
Sometimes it's important. You see, the life that you lived before marriage and the life that you're going to live in your marriage is totally
You know,
different.
he's just said
That's
something.
scary.
You know what's scary, because what you've just said about telling the truth has absolutely nailed it. The 3 marriages that I've told you about that I said didn't even last a year, and they were the 3 biggest. The reason they collapsed was because one person had kept a very, very big secret
Lie.
from the other.
Yeah.
And once that trust is not there, it's gone, it's done. You can't reel it back,
Exactly.
and you can't go back. And
So it's important. I mean, don't live a fake life. I mean,
That's
tell your
basically-
partner the
Complain.
truth. I mean, it's important for you to tell your partner. I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot do this. Things that you cannot do, make sure you tell her or tell him,
Or him.
I cannot do this.
Yeah.
And this is me, and this
Yes,
is the
and
kind
this
of
is my
person I
this
am.
is reality.
This is me,
Marriage is reality, yeah?
take me
as I am. If you can't,
Yeah, don't put fake.
Exactly.
for me,
Because-
honestly, I think if I'm getting married, I'm just gonna tell the person everything. I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm this, I don't want any surprises to affect the person. So I'll be like, I'm sick, I have this and this and this is me, I talk too much, I do this. Just so, because
Yeah.
very little things can disconnect
can be
an
this-
individual.
yeah, can be
So
the
for me,
spark that
you
can-
just have to come out plain, just say it all, and then the person is at the discretion of the individual to actually
You know,
choose.
and most of the time, why marriages break, it's finance. I mean, financially.
Yeah.
I mean, when you try impressing your lady that, I mean, you have all it takes, I mean, to satisfy her financially, to support her.
Yeah.
At the end of the time, when you marry her, you take her in your house and she find out, okay, this, man, you see, when I was getting married,
Yeah.
when I was
You were
getting
honest,
married,
yeah?
I told my wife, look, this is a very poor boy. And I am from a very humble background.
Okay.
I told her. You know, when she came to the house the other time, there were situations. That was like 10, 11 years ago.
Right.
There were situations. I told her, look, it's tough today. She said to me, you told me from the beginning
That this is what I'm going
this
to
is the
find.
situation that I'm going to find.
That's the way
you
it
know,
should be.
and she stayed.
Alhamdulillah, that's good.
You know, so it's important for you to, marriage is not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, but also one thing I want to put across is that I don't like the issue of how people kind of point fingers at women to say, oh, she likes money, she's deciding who to marry based on money. As a woman, it's at your own discretion. If you feel like the person that you want does not add up to maybe the kind of life that you lived, it's okay to go where you feel when you go there, things will be okay for you. You know, that's part of honesty.
Yeah, because it's honesty. Because as long as you know what it is you're expecting from the partnership, then
That's just
that's your own honesty. Whether
Yeah.
it's love or whether it's finance that you're after,
Exactly.
be honest.
Be
about
honest
either.
about it. If
No,
you
I
feel
don't.
like you don't fit in this household, you can't be comfortable there, that's not what you want, don't get into it because it's not going to last.
Yeah, go
So same goes. So though I don't buy the idea of people pointing fingers at women saying, "Oh, she's looking for." Everybody wants a financially stable individual.
Well, let me tell you.
Let's be honest to each other.
They point at some men. There are men who go after
follow women for money
because they want money.
Exactly.
And you know, the reality is,
it happens.
I'll tell you something, and I want you people to listen to this. Marriage cannot work without money.
It's very important.
It's not possible.
Hi.
It cannot work.
Depends.
I mean, a person will tell you, I'll manage. But if you bring her in the house, you need to make sure you get up and do something.
So all those poor people who are married, who are watching this, and you've been together for 25 years. Did you hear what he just said?
But those people are trying.
Yeah, of course.
No matter what.
It's different from just sitting at home without doing nothing and getting up. Okay, I am poor. I know I'm poor, but I am trying. My wife understands. Okay, he is poor, but at least if he has something, he is sharing this thing with me.
It's very important.
You know, but there are situations that are critical. Some people won't do nothing. They'll just be sitting
Mr. Ade,
around.
it's a lie when a woman or somebody tells you, "Oh, I don't care." Everybody wants a financially stable individual. Who wants to suffer?
Yeah.
Even for me, if I'm looking at somebody, I'm not saying the person has to be like rich, but I want to.
We are in a country where a significant part of the population lives on, as they kept saying, less than $1 a day.
True.
And there are people who live on that less than $1 a day who are married and who are happily married.
Well, but so, financial stability, no matter what, is part of the consideration.
You know, when I talk about finance, I'm not talking about millions. I'm not talking about millions, hundreds of thousands. No. I'm talking about things that will help you, you know, stabilize your family.
It's important.
That's what I'm talking
about.
Kids
have to go to good schools.
Exactly.
Family has to eat good.
At least the basic needs should be provided.
Those are basic needs.
Yes.
They are in basic, actually. Kids have to go to good schools. You need a car. You need petrol.
Food is important. Food is a basic
I think we have to deal with the reality of where we find ourselves. This is a poor country, and lots of people are living on or below the poverty line. Yeah, so they're... You know.
All right.
See, so yes. I'm just being told. You see how when you're honest, people come after you and say, you know, honesty is just it for me. If a woman, man, I don't believe in that. Like, I can't sit here and lie about things I see or things I see in my society, and I know that is the truth. No woman is going to say they're not in for financial stability. It's very important. I'm not asking for millions. Those women out there are not asking for millions. They're not asking for hundreds of thousands. You know what they're asking for? They are asking for stability in a way that there's some sort of future when you look at the individual. Like Balde said, Balde is somebody with some bright future because he's waking up every morning to actually go look for something. Just as a woman, hard-working man, just as I'm also waking up to go look for something. So let's be honest, and sometimes we need to be honest about conversations. You know, it's very important.
That's the reality.
Yes. It is important.
Yes.
And as we've said, without honesty, that's why
marriages
can collapse.
You're gonna get into it and you're not gonna stay.
Yeah, we should bring Korkaba onto the program.
We should because he's literally part of the conversation right now.
He is. Yeah.
Yes. So what is our African proverb? It seems we've just dealt with a social issue, but now we'll just head right on to the African proverb.
It reads: a man being short does not make him a boy. A man being short does not make him a boy. You know, why is my mind going to Francis all the time?
Stop it. But yeah.
Senior one.
Are you for real?
I think this is the whole thing about looks can be deceiving.
Yes.
You know, in Sierra Leone we have this funny way we say in Creole, no look me by the looking. You know, don't look at my appearance and judge me. And so I guess that is what this is alluding to, that just because you're short doesn't make you a boy. It's true. It's true. You know, but I don't know what your reading of it is, Balde. What's your interpretation?
Well, it's telling you sometimes looks can deceive. You know, you don't have to. I mean, just look at things and you conclude. Yeah. You need to go deep inside. You need to,
many of us are guilty of that.
Yes, exactly. You know, looks doesn't matter. Appearance doesn't matter. It's important for you to be able to be thinking out of the box. You know, think out of the box. It's important. Sometimes you can be in rags. You know, but at the end of the time, your IQ is beyond how people portray you.
And how people perceive you.
I see that a lot of people who have money, like a lot of money, do not even care about looks that much or wear designer outfits. They just have their plain shorts on most of the time. Like, they're not, the people with a lot of money are not often
Elon Musk, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, like, you know, is just normal.
But name any of the black guys who have money and tell me the same thing.
Well, that's not the case, because I know
they be dripping,
bling
bling
and everything, you know, because that's their concept. But normally, all of these people with a lot of money act so down to earth and see things so differently. And, you know, generally it's just bad to just judge somebody by just how they appear, you know, and, you know, a person being short, a person being ugly, you know, you can't determine the person's beauty by just looking at the individual, their character. Beauty is, for me, inner. Character is also from the inside, you know.
You just said something very interesting there, and I'll pick you up on this because I once had a raging argument with some women.
Yes.
They say that they would not marry a man because of his good looks, but because of his inner beauty. That is a lie. I'm sorry. When you see somebody across a room and you think that guy is attractive, are you seeing his inner beauty, his inner energy?
I'm not attractive, but Mr. Ade, no.
Inner beauty.
Let's take it easy.
So they married her because of her inner beauty.
You get to know people eventually.
Because we walk around with scanners.
We were talking at the time. We were talking about what attracts people to people. You don't know somebody at all. So how do you know their inner anything?
Their inner anything.
So something about their appearance was pleasing to you and drew you to them.
No.
You see?
No. The reason why I'm saying no is because sometimes, man.
You are my witness. If she marries an physically ugly fellow, then we will celebrate her. But if she marries an attractive person, we will tell her that, hey, madam, remember
Mr. Ade,
what you said on this program.
I'm not the kind of person that often gets attracted to men because of their physique. I like to have
physique.
Like how they look.
Yeah.
That's not me. I believe in how a person thinks. That for me comes first. So, and also I don't just see an individual and just have a crush on the person based on the person's look. I have to, by force, have a conversation with you, and from that conversation, I will know the kind of mindset that you have.
The maturity of the
mindset is key to me, and from there we take it from there, but not about how you. Somebody can borrow clothes and stuff. Well, tall men are good, whatever, but.
You've already started adjusting.
I'm giving an example, but no matter what, for me, it's about the conversations that we're able to have, and from there, I can independently judge the kind of mindset.
I think that comes in time, but we were, you know, the conversation was about what attracts you to somebody, and I'm not convinced. Nobody's going to convince me that what attracts them to somebody at a first impression is their inner anything, because you don't know. You haven't had the conversation with them. So what made you, you know? So
some of the people, you don't have to look at them. This might be someone that you've been having conversations for so long.
First impressions I'm talking about.
No,
what are you
first
telling about
impressions
it
really,
long now?
it hasn't occurred to me.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that, honestly.
Can we move now?
Yes.
Let's finish this another time.
Yes.
Yes.
But what's your take? You didn't say anything.
Well, for me, if I am to get someone, I'll have to look at you. I mean, outside beauty also matters.
So you will look at the person's
absolutely.
outside.
I mean, it's important for you to. look at the person that you're supposed to bring. I mean,
really?
Because honestly, both matter, and I think people who aren't honest about it, they're being dishonest. I think both matter. I'm not saying one matters more than the other, but the honest truth is that initially something about somebody will attract you to look at them maybe once, maybe twice. Like, it might even make you feel, I'd like to meet that person, get to know them. But what was it? Is it because they were extremely ugly?
But this can be someone you've had several conversations.
No. But I'm saying,
kind of first impression. But anyway, that's not it for me.
But he's told us to kill it.
He said we should
because he wanted to move on to something else, and he hasn't told us what he wants to move on to.
Let's go for a short break then. Cool. And when we come back, we'll just discuss, issues, happening in the Gambia and beyond. Yes. We'll be right back to stay tuned.
Goodbye.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Sherry, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espace Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espace Motors services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espace Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espace Motors.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy QPower, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send QMoney, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Kalpe. We innovate, others follow.
Break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. I am Jenna Bosonko, joined by my amazing co-host here, Ibrahim Abalde, as well as Ade Durami on the newspaper review. So we do not have physical newspapers, but you know, we're just going to open up the floor to just have general conversations about things. I think we should start with Aki, because that's just the conversation we were having during the break.
In case anybody's AKI.
Yeah, AKI, acute kidney injury.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about how families are being supported by some NGOs to be able to like take the government to court. And also, apart from that, I think we should discuss a little bit the 1 million that was set aside for the families, because I don't know, maybe in our tradition, normally when you're going to see somebody, when someone dies, you take a token. Like, it doesn't mean the token is like a compensation, but it's as in a token of just greeting the individual. So I don't know if there's a misconception surrounding the issue of the 1 million. What do you think?
I think you're right in the sense that it wasn't meant to be compensation.
It's not compensation.
It was a token to say,
sorry
for your loss, here's for any expenses you've undergone as a result of that loss. But you're right, and we've heard that, you know, families have rejected it, which is very unusual, because as you and I know, if we went to somebody's house
if it's $100, $500,
then they're never going to say, no, I don't want it.
Yeah, because it's like a bowl that's normally outside traditionally.
Right. And people put, so maybe there is the perception that this is some kind of
compensation,
or they're trying to pay them off to keep, you know, pay them to keep quiet or whatever. You do wonder. But again, we were saying in the break before we came back on that if they are going to take the government to court, that can end up being a very long and drawn out process that could last years. Court cases that even as not as serious as this one end up lasting years. So imagine this one, it could drag out for 5, maybe 10 years easily because of what's at stake. So it's a possibility, but I'd advise anybody who's intending to take government to court to say, can we reach some sort of settlement before? But the whole acute kidney injury, what it does is that it has thrown a light on the whole regulation around drugs in this country. How do drugs come in? And we've heard from the Medicines Control Agency, essentially all you need is a paper, a certificate, saying that these drugs have been tested and they're safe. You present that and you're allowed to import. That is not good enough.
That's not good enough.
So they've been talking about quarantine. So they quarantine drugs, make sure they're tested before they are allowed in. And as I said, it's not just about this. This has happened and everybody's concerned about these, you know, cough syrups. But we need to look at the, you know, control of medicines in a wider context.
Yeah, and also capacity building, because according to the papers, we saw how the head of the Medicines Control Agency talked about how for over 15 years, the government has not provided training for these personnel.
And they don't have a lab.
And
which is the most crucial.
But at the end of the day, if there's no lab, what capacity? Why build a capacity anyway?
Training for what?
Yeah,
so
training
the
for
lab
what?
is the most important thing you need, because just as in this country where somebody can bribe and get a driving license and they've never sat in a car,
Yeah.
in other countries you can bribe and get a certificate saying these drugs have been tested and they've not been tested.
Yeah.
This particular company, Maiden Pharmaceuticals, we know that in India they're now being investigated. We know that in India certain medicines and drugs that they produce are not even allowed to be sold in India. So including even in the state in which the company is based, they're not even allowed. So how then did somebody think that little Gambia, all the way those thousands of miles away from India, we can produce these drugs and sell them in this particular country?
Yeah.
How did that happen? So there are so many complex things that need to be looked at. It's not an easy one at all.
Yeah, it's not an
Yeah,
easy
so-
one. Yeah, hopefully. But at the end of the day, like you mentioned, it has opened doors for investigating other smaller things that we're actually, because if Aki never came up in the Gambia, there are just certain things that we will not be aware of. So sometimes just things happen for other things to be solved.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had, and I
It's
think
just unfortunate. But
Exactly. It's
and
unfortunate.
you know,
it
and it's
happened
when
that
we
way.
say acute kidney injury, the reason why we're putting this amount of emphasis on it is that it's unusual in children.
very
It's unusual in children.
Yeah.
Normally, it's people in their 70s and above
with kidney-related
who
issues.
would get it. So for this number of children, we now have heard the number from our colleague has gone up to 82
Yeah.
deaths. That's huge for a country of this size and for the span of time that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And so it's concerning. It's very concerning. So we need to get to the bottom. There are 4 investigations ongoing, including one from the National Assembly, one from the Ministry of Health, etc., etc. I hope they can go work together in a coordinated way. Otherwise, it's a wasted effort, really. But
Yeah.
we don't care as long as they get to the bottom of it and find out, what has.
That's
led
the
to this.
most important.
That's the most important
That's the
thing,
crucial point.
isn't it?
I mean, another
Yeah.
matter that I think we could probably address
Yes.
is the proposed American embassy.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that.
It's been very controversial. We gave them time and space on QTV News
Yeah.
to come and explain
Yeah.
about it, but seemingly even that explanation didn't go far enough or has not gone far enough as far as some people are concerned. And now we're hearing all sorts of different stories about what it is. I mean, initially they were surprised that they were being given 25 hectares, which is huge. It's like 10 acres. That's massive. Why would you want to build an embassy in that amount of space? And now it turns out it's more than that, because if, as has been alleged, they're going to build a naval base, then let me tell you what will happen. The beach leading to the coastline
Yeah.
will obviously be closed off. That's for certain. It would have to be. But not only that, if it's built there, either side of it, you're probably talking about 1,500, 2,000 meters either side of it. Any beach would also have to be closed for security reasons.
So
So if that is what is going to happen, then it is it's a major something.
It's a major
So we
thing.
need to get to the bottom of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And we need to find out. And there's been already, environmental groups have come out against it.
Yeah.
And we've heard, former ministers and so on.
the Gambia
telling us-
Environmental Alliance.
That's right,
Yeah.
and so they've got a lot of work, and not just PR work. There are a lot of questions because even was it West Africa, whatever, WALIC,
Yeah.
they apparently even that they can't give away because of how it was formed by statute, and the statute has not been amended, so you can't dissolve it or move
Just
it
like that.
just like that.
Yeah.
So all of that. So even government is acting against the law if that is
Yeah.
what they're intending to do. So
But this
huge,
issue
huge
actually came up,
questions
and we had the spokesperson actually debunk it. So
for the
This-
American embassy.
yeah,
we
I
spoke to them.
yeah,
we spoke to them.
yeah,
But
so-
since they spoke to us, a lot more questions have
have been
arisen
asked. Yeah.
because the day after we spoke to them, the Environmental Alliance went and saw them. They had a
Yeah.
meeting with them, and I gather they're due to have another meeting with them
Okay.
at the embassy. So lots more before this one is resolved.
Yes. So
yeah.
another thing that needs to be talked about is the mammography machine
Yes.
given to the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, supported by the Fatoumata Barbaro Foundation.
Mhm.
It was interesting when I heard her saying when I was first lady, my first dream was to have a mammography machine, and she said she dreamt about it, and she's still dreaming to actually now have a cancer center. Sure. And I'm dreaming with her, because having a cancer center is really good, because I think cancer is so delicate that people, like these individuals, need to have their own spaces. So I think the mammography machine is a step in the right direction, and other things will follow.
Yeah, and the cancer one can be quite complex, because if you want to treat cancer properly, you need, for example, a national register, cancer register. And I say this because I'm the chair of a charity in Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone Cancer Charity, and essentially we run that register on behalf of the government. And before we came along, there was no. You can quote me on this. This is being recorded, so anybody who wants to debunk it can debunk it. But before we came along, the country did not have a cancer register, so you didn't know which types of cancers were the highest in what parts of the country had the highest incidences. Now we know, because we have clinics and hospitals all feeding in data into that, and then you know where to put your resources. So you'll have to have something similar here. So, you know, it's one step at a time. So before you go, so there's computer software that will need to be provided. And I have to big up to WHO, because I just walked into the WHO office in Freetown, and I said, you know what, we don't have the money to buy the computers, to pay for the software, to pay for the training. Will you pay for it? I thought they were telling me, going to tell me, go to hell.
And they're like...
They said, yeah, we'll do it.
That's amazing.
and they paid for it. So, you know, big up to WHO.
Yeah, I think cancer, as a country, we have to take it seriously, because it's just too much recently.
The incidences are high.
And I think journalists should also follow up more on the issue of aflatoxins. I don't see a lot of reports surrounding it. So I think, you know, we should come up with like a deliberate policy to kind of follow up on these causes deeply.
I think we have a journalist here called Jennifer
Sonko.
We can ask her to follow up
on that. But also calling on my fellow journalists in other media outlets. You know, I think it's a huge concern, and we have to take it up, because prostate cancer, liver cancer, you know,
cervical cancer,
breast cancer, and breast cancer can even affect men. You know, Balde, you need to be checking your boobs.
Definitely.
You don't have. You don't have boobs. Sorry.
I don't. I don't have
sorry.
boobs.
You have.
You know,
but we know what you mean.
Yeah.
The issue of cancer in this country, I think people here, we take our health lightly. It's important for us to go for checkups time to time, including myself. I don't go for regular checkups.
Guilty.
It's important for you to go check yourself. This is your health we're talking about.
Exactly.
You know, cancer is something that is very serious. I mean, when you don't do the early treatment, it might cause big problems for you in the future.
So let me tell you, my mother, her 2 sisters, her brother, cancer, all of them.
My grandfather, cancer as well, you know, and palliative care is so difficult for family members. It affects everybody. You know, the individual lying there is just there, and they give you medications to remove all the pain. But it's about the individuals taking care of, you know, them and being called in a room and being told that this person you're taking care of will not make it. I experienced that, and it was so difficult, and I was quite younger, so I know how hard it is to actually deal with something like that. It's really difficult. So COP27 is currently underway in Egypt. I couldn't make it to the COP this year.
I was gonna say, what are you doing here?
You know, last minute, you know, logistics couldn't put together, you know, things I can't talk about on air.
But has anybody from our ministry gone?
Ministry of Environment?
Yes.
A lot of them.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, a lot of them. Actually,
anyway,
you know, I was in consultation with the ministry to try to put things together, but I know I got some few people telling me, oh, Jenaba didn't push to be at the COP this year because it's in Egypt, in Africa, not in the UK.
Yeah, but it's in Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yeah, but it's a huge, it's a beautiful place. But anyway, you know, it's not late.
I don't think it's not about, it's not
about
the place.
COP. You know, for me, it was more of a track record. But anyway, you know, it's not late for me to get to the COP, you know, because it's the last year I went to the COP like 1 week later. So they are still
A few days.
A few days left for me. So
You'll
let's
get there
pray.
the same time as Rishi Sunak, the
Let's
British
pray.
Prime Minister.
Let's pray I get there. But anyway, I'm still following developments from here.
Yeah.
So the Gambian delegation have arrived, and by Ibrahim from Jati, as we went to the UK the last time, he's funded by the UNDP. He's also currently going there. So hopefully, if I do not make it, which I think I will not make it, he will still be sending me information, and I can be writing reports from here.
In fact, I'm going to contact the organizers
Yeah.
to see whether they can send us
They can be
footage.
sending
Anyway.
us footage. But generally, I just hope that the Glasgow Climate Pact, you know, can be improved through this meeting again, whereby they look at things. And we saw how in Glasgow, really, some of these biggest players did not even appear. They decided to boycott.
And biggest players and biggest polluters.
Yes, they decided to boycott meetings, boycott negotiation rooms. The COP had to go till Saturday, where they had to come up with that Glasgow Climate Pact, which to some is not even realistic.
Well, I'll tell you some of the bigger players.
Yeah.
Even the British Prime Minister was saying he wasn't going to go, but he was met with a firestorm of criticism. Now he is going to go. Can you imagine if he hadn't gone? He'd probably lose his job. But, you know, he's going to go now.
Yeah, and I think the unfortunate part of everything, like I always say, is getting the money, getting the required funding.
Yeah.
Because developing countries always struggle when they go to these negotiations, and they keep on pushing this because they're talking about 2025 for the budget that they put up, which is far.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, for me, there are lots of things to do with big and small. So the big players, the big polluters, they're also the ones who are pressuring us, the smaller countries.
I think they should compensate the third world countries.
All types of steps. Let me finish.
Give him a slap.
Before you land.
He likes interruptions.
You know, they're pressuring the smaller countries, take this step, take that step, and they're not taking the steps that they need to take to make a difference.
Yes.
The amount of pollution coming out of the Gambia is minuscule
And in
compared
fact,
to America, China, Great Britain, or any of those. So, you know,
and
they're the ones who need to take the
when
big
this thing
ones.
happens, we control it internally.
Yeah.
With our mango, like we are able to control, like, with our restoration processes and everything, we are able to control what we pollute at the end of the day. But we are talking about you telling us, oh, you have to follow this adaptation and mitigation measures, and you're not giving us the money. The money needs to come for these things to happen. And when the money comes as well, we have to try to go, like, leave this per diem issue. The money, workshops cannot solve climate change. It's about the actions that we have to put in place to be able to solve this.
Yes, that's true.
You know, so the workshop for me doesn't just add up. Let us make sure we have centers like Mbolo. Mbolo is a good place where solar, everything's happening, solar related matters, making all these things using clay, you know, mixing things. That is going to work. Having big centers as such, where we can have it in different regions. But us coming together in a room, not going to work.
I need to take everybody to Cape Verde.
Yes.
I don't know what control room I'm
Whatever
going to think about
the case.
it.
Cape
Whatever
Verde.
the case.
Cape
But,
Verde.
yeah.
But
But,
they're
yeah.
a good example for the sub-region and for Africa about, you know, things that they're doing on a practical level to try and address. So, for example, by 2025, they will become the first country in the world to be 100% reliant on renewable energy.
See?
Not
That's
just in
what-
West
that's what I'm
Africa, not
looking
just in
for.
Africa, but in the world.
Yeah.
And that's because they have a vision and they've stuck to it. And
Well,
they're already 95% there. So
That's what we
they'll
want.
meet it, they'll do it.
Yeah, but
And
thank you
that's
so
what we-
much, Mr. Ade, for joining us on the program.
Always a pleasure.
You know, you wanted
Always
to
a
give him
pleasure. I was going to give him a koof.
You know, I interrupted
As the
you without
Jamaicans
even
would say.
realizing.
Yeah, but you
Because
wanted to
you
give
do
him
it all the time.
But anyway, Mr. Ade, before you leave,
Yes.
we just want to say that we need sponsors. We need sponsors for this program to continue.
Sure.
You know, every morning we accompany you. You know, we have all the crazy conversations. We have fun here. All of that because we want you to have an amazing morning. And hey, we need to pay for airtime, guys. You know, we need to get things done. And the only way we can do that is when you partner with us, give us some money, and then, you know, we will keep this program going.
Airtime
You know?
is not free.
You know what? And excuse me, you have Jada Basonko, Ibrahim
Imam
Balde,
Secure and
excuse me.
convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new Q Money app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy Q Power, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send Q Money, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. Q Money, Sinu Kalpe, We innovate, others follow.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at Q South Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. Before we went for the break, we were just talking about, having more sponsors on the program. So we're calling on everybody. So control room, please give us the marketing number. We would really appreciate it if we have the marketing number in front of the screen, just so potential sponsors can kindly contact them, come and negotiate with them and sponsor QTV's flagship morning show. So, Ibrahima, thank you so much for joining us. So now we are shifting the conversation to Community Watch, and we'll be taking a look at a nationwide caravan that the Kachadula team will be doing. So Kachadula, I know you all love the program. It's our Mandinka political program here. And then they'll be doing like a nationwide caravan where they'll be going to different communities. But to further explain that, to list all the communities and explain what we seek to achieve, we will take a look at the promo put together for our viewers. And when we come back, we will get right onto the conversation. We'll be right back.
Gambia mumbe talti, mbe killing, dimbaya killing. Akumaya tabake, purunse Cairo sabatindin tema. QTV Kachadula, betaman tamangla West Coast region, purka Cairo sabatindin tema. Kili follow Birkama Governor's Office, November Karo Atilisei, 2022. Talan Sabatilibulo, Combo East, Combo Central, Combo South, Combo North, Tilifulanyang, Birkama Governor's Office, Tilikononto, November Karo 2022. Talan Sabatilibulo, Fonyi Berefet, Fonyi Bintang, Fonyi Kansala, Fonyi Bondali, Fonyi Jarol, Sefolu, Musunyaton Kolu, Funding Kelu, Village Development Committee, Molu Milialonko ebe sabatiring West Coast Region, Mbebe Bunyala nyim programoto, Cairo mu fen kumayarim balti, woto mbe ngambulo dundije.
Yes, welcome back from that break. So the team will be starting with the West Coast region, as you saw, and then gradually onto other regions. But to further help us understand the need to have this particular activity, we are joined by Professor Sidibe here in the studio, who's part of the host of the show, and also we'll be joined by CDCC via a phone call to also just, further tell us what they seek to achieve. So, Prof, good morning.
Good morning, Jay.
It's been a while here.
It's been ages, but I do see you
yes.
quite often. I enjoy your conversations and your arguments.
Yeah.
Very objective, revealing, entertaining also.
Oh, yes.
That's so I enjoy it, really. I do see you. And I say, hello.
Hi.
You don't respond.
Yeah, but
and this I also.
And
sometimes they sonal. So, but look, you have to, I'm a fuller. You are not more fuller than me. And you never greet me in Waltare.
But
Weltare Musulokowa Professor Sidibe.
If time we finish our Kachadula, I rush to see Weltare.
Exactly. Just after Kachadula, Weltare.
Yeah, but you know, this.
But don't worry. Now you're the ambassador. I'll make you the ambassador of Weltare.
But anyway,
so having said that, all right.
Yes, Kachadula is a studio program, you know, and now you're taking it outside, you know, to meet communities, young people, the older people, you know, just trying to have that necessary intergenerational dialogue.
Sure.
So how do you intend to go about it?
Yeah. What we want to do precisely, as the advert, you know, mentioned, we want to have a program conducted on Tuesday. That's actually, today's what, Monday? Tomorrow. 3 p.m. at the governor's office in Brikama, representing the West Coast. We want to begin on Tuesday with the combos. That is the chiefs. It's quite inclusive. The chiefs, the alkalolus, the VDCs. Yesterday, the woman councillor of Brikama said, we will be surprised. So we anticipate, actually, something very effective and very illuminating, actually.
Okay.
The rationale...
Go ahead, don't worry.
Sure. The rationale is simply to sensitize, to enlighten also on this question of peace, and to educate people about peace. Because to say peace, it involves a lot more than just saying peace. Now you can ask.
Exactly. So, ngajinke mande kangot. Sa molu meli alonko because nin taraje na kachabe kela mandiga kangol ti. So akuma yata bake. Laftale ngajin QTV kachadula. Programme on nyantamin datila sama Brikama's governor's office. Mune be kelaje.
Membe kelaje wolomo. Konga fonyami angale kangolo. Nga sefo le kumandi. Ani alkalulu, ani VDC lu, ko ya fa young people funding ke musuka fuke dinin ke ba. Purunga nyin Cairo ko kacha. Anu membe kelaje wolomo. Nte be ning opinion keta fa ban nte nyanta dia mula mole minam Cairoti. Minam Cairoti. Mineka Cairo hulu. Minam koroti, mineka koro hulu. O karabaya. Koro anin Cairo sitano nyato nyadile. Bar pour karo ita nyato fo ko dole ko koma bitawol kacalaje. Ninta fengo fanna ninga do man nim foje. Sa yele butun se sefol la moya ni alkalo audience mol min biji. I finance hakilo faynyo kan. Pour Cairo e sabati. Because pour Cairo sabati kudol ka ke price sabati. Ka fodron ko ke batu foriyaje ko do bine kuma do moydre wuliya ko Cairo nyanta Cairo sabatindila. As a sabatino kamna symptomatic treatment. Bari min ka koro sabu wole nyanta jarala. Mina kuma sifa la kachajede ngalla moy molla katu sefo ni alkalo wolle be solo ko wolle be mol bala. Wala na la fanyin program sifa samalana yanin ka sijan don ka kacha ni sefo ni alkalo be. Ni district ko district ni killing kacha ta jan. Ni killing kacha ta jan ni alkalo kacha bete balu. So sai nim be na ta kafu hakilol fanyo kan. Cairo se sabati nyaadile. Mina tena setano ala root cause ala sababu fongo mina ka setano wulu. Wonyanta jibelelde. Katunia niko Cairo ye batu fo ya fumo ko fitno le bina. Iko mole alma mole wule alnga Cairo na meta ko ke do fana na ko te wato Cairo bari salu mina ko setano
muna ka sabu
mina wulu yo jara pour ni yo jara tumaro je wato ka fanga Cairo sabantene atekela wonya wala mun na sabab so talatul mo ni nga kombole be kombo ko lebina kombo north kombo east kombo central kombo south tenkelungo arabalungo otole fonyi bina kabo kansala kata fo bondale wol be bina fonyi be anunga be min kala talato wol be kala fanan tanel arabo anu jikita ko a kachabe beti ala baka be mol haklo la falale anda se ke nin kol keta nyama karo bela tumodi je Cairo se sabatino katu Cairo ni ko Cairo Ibrahima Cairo fanna sabalom to la social psychology to hadam ite fangola Cairo e fam balo personal peace then ka fo social peace fana mbijeri wala mu groupe ol tema mol tema anim political peace so problem min be kerin say ngam political peace ko
political ha lafta nun ke nyininga
ha political peace
alto lafta mun
political peace minam political peace ti wala mu actors ning man sa kunda ani institutional ye kolu ka nyama le bang itilinta le bang i accountable tale bang i transparent tale bang la kol sene tale bang ibe mole jammine ka fara sene bang ni wo manke kayro la soto be ko le
yo e konyo ko sidi be line auto a faransa dundi programme ko saje a faranse
dola faji
ha dola fa wo kachato sidi numbara
balde banna
kortante kono ke
sama
yo mba fule bismillah prof bijanembe kayrola kole kachakan ani nyin kachadula la nyin tamantama nyanta min kela sama ning ala sonta
barka bake balde barka bake jeneba mbem famma man kondona professeur Dr. Alhaji Lamin Sidibe
Ansuti
amunta ko do fali yendundi layno to bar ni wonde professeur kumo be bande parce que professeur kumo men fa kumo keso fole bar pour ka do mondilla faji wolon kacha dula ala sababo wolon alnga kacha niya moy manin ko ñom moy baliya man soto kacha baliya le soto ta surwal ko ñaaga dego amut ñaaga waktan mo am so wolom ko banko kan fo banko dingole kacha andu mol min fana ya non ko e jiko soto fo ye palaso dila ibe sirim palaso nyinto wol fana nyante kala mole di nim banko mol nyante kacha la parce que ni ajibe bi misal fe Geneva na seketa ministre de bi banko kan ala jomi akasoto ana sempe nasara kasuto o do ko din kranya do gambe dingol la na mo le ko dia wodo hakole bate kan ate na fudo gambe dingol la aka foye mimbe ke anabe min ke kan anda la baro faranya da kallanke yalla wo kera ko dum yalla ko na nying develop country africa la jang safo de banku jamato hani sa ni mol man fahamo so ko nibe palaso mum jamala palaso di jamala tamu ite wodo jamaata saketi nyaanya fana bare dandula la fana bi ko jeneba palaso to amanje ko inyanda ka jalay ko fuka bulala to min jambe de ka bulala wulula wasi nga jobe ke kan gambe ja mosa whatsapp audio ta social media ta bula mola ka kajafi nya jawla mi yalon ko amanje silot so dol ko tumo na kachake min be sefol al kalolu ani mo koton lo banko ka ngaje ko muta mobe ko lola alla studio nyinto QTV la studio nyinto ngo ala nga finti nga futa mol man ni kacha bar nyin kacha fana lafita ay ke kacha de yalla ga kuma ya kar ko banko kan mom mobe dinkra al kalolu le sotoje e sefol le sotoje e ko nyaadon ko le sotoje e musu nyaadon ko le sotoje e fonni ke nyaadon ko le sotoje wodo ala mol ben ni kacha and wo kacani asake kudi mi ko television of anasa bondi isaje milbe marim banko la do ko dinkara isa mol moy mimela wo sidati andila deunda wo banko ka do ko wala nyam no sa fako bawo nyimbe ke kan kacha dulal do ba niya jibe ka bondi na kacha dula modo sa fa nyum national dialogue la okay so wolon nim banko mole kacha la mi ala ko asana fa wulu asa nyaado da wulu asa kayro wulu banko ka anu be jikila fa ko ma ko kundala do kulalu commission of GRL bank commissioner general bank ko inspector general bank ko abe chief of staff ade mo ko taw nakle ma be ngin dinkira ini mole siya kacha parce que bi fete mo sorda so le tiba mi la nyaado ko fem police ne ibara so ko ibara kabilo le to ibara cornal to ibara satele to woto nim ka nyomoy asaka kudi mi yano ka sana fa wulu bari yema ka mo di professeur la bi ay moto bimbasa ay wer bimbake je nabi da do kolanta je la nabi jila do kolanta je tala ku kala mudan tala ku londa ambita ko molle de sindo palaso ibe sobo dundilal
wo mu to nyaal
sobo dunde dro wa dio ka dunde
to nyaalam
sa professeur bula fana continue
hade wo kuma eta bake sidin lafta non ke nyinin ka mansakunda yaron bintol bebe mansakunda le koto molte kacha ke nola mansakunda ma kala muta han lafta nun ka lonne fo aliye invitation o ki nyilele pour ye itol financina e mabe nyillu wala
abaraka bake balde banda be masakunda tentu lambe jayla ñi miro ñi bringa doku professeur la duño kan masakunda la cabinet akeda bunti mi yalon ko ñi kacha warande ñi miro futata je andu ya sembentu yandi bake ministre min bebe cabinet ya sembentu ya president adama barrow fon ya sembentu ya ala wasobe je ala naniyobe je pour ñu boy tama andu fan nata ke bulo do ñim programme ñim koto kunun ron minister of information alaji queen jambe ay kirlo ke kanyu o sembentu ya bake minister of environment rohi john manja amantu koma wol be mu molle de million ko sabu cabinet be ye bulo do ñim kono inspector general of police my brother Abdullah Sanya afanan kete modi mom yalo ka mantu ñim ko koma aya fonya be kato be kala kaji ko ñeke benti be mu yalo ay be ku mayaro ami chief of staff fana so masa kundala bo be ibe da ka ñindula andu be bidel fanan kila ye mabe ñindula demi sa mabe no e mabe kanyi ka babe ñin ka chanyitu nsafa ko balde na anyanda kala ñabe professional dudoka aketa wala ñam man sakunda mamotu koma community to mamotu koma alkalo to mamotu koma sefol mamotu koma na ada bundal to mamotu koma na dina bundal to mamotu koma mo belbe ñun ko ko so ngaji ko nimmol fon sa karang kacha dulala kebaro anala kenyala wallahi be banko sambala nyala mi yalo ko sa kallanke parce que kacha adoyata nyawnya ni fere doyata nyawnya ngam mo bele bulaji ko professeur ya ko nyala
to nyala yo abaraka bake brother Sidi thank you very much
Thank you so much, Uncle Sidi. I'm here too. I just can't. Uncle Sidi, man tamit mang fi de.
Let's say it in English now. So
thank you.
Uncle Sidi.
He's gone, I think.
Uncle Sidi is gone. Dama ko bëggoon a tooñ pour wax ko ne maa ngi fi de waxu dara si man. But anyway.
Feewu dara man naa ko wax si nag.
Dinga ko.
Feewu dara.
Bari
discriminate.
Wow, but it's fine.
Bari prof ni ajibe.
Why don't you in English? So Jennifer can.
No, it's
it doesn't matter.
It's totally fine.
Yeah. So now, let us speak Mandinka. Let us speak Mandinka. All right.
She will need some coaching.
Yeah.
So saying more ya jibe. Nga jele telefolo adi telefolo njangole be kala je. Tundol to nga fonyi bintan wol jele nga fonyi jarol wol jele wol be nyantana
kansala wol be
sa ka munta ko saying ko wol be latale pour ñil be na ye mabe ñim programme auto saying dum ñini karol be kala jele bang fata kala
jumal be ñini iko fo jumal be ñini karol mol audience ha yalo ninga fanna kacha ninga kuma nim foje pour ka molu hakilo fenke dron ka bunda yele be flole yele molle la tamu ñi ndol manta lectures la ji ndol kata do fanna nga do mandi yele dron nenta ngafo o sidia fo isa molu audience wala mu sefolu fondinkelu fondi musolu alkalolu ila bengolom ñinti ni aje kabre ñi ka foloke ngo outreach wala nga futa molla
meaning it's open to the public.
Wala kabo jang QTV kata molia.
Katetare la
tundo. Katetare la satelto. Anila banko kan bunya balet. Ni aja mbakala mansala governor la commandant la Soto.
Tonyala.
Wala ngabo jang ngata futaji. Yala da ko latale. Bara jarta nye wala. Katu ni be kachate jana baru ko fute fanana wala hada mat ni be mo baya wala ka fatia ka diamuno wala ka sembo no ka diama senia so mbole kala so mol be nyinin karo kala yes ni se nyo nyinin ka a jabiro ten tol bulde do man ni se tram dol bulde
ha
prof gambiano
prof finally wato bantale sai yemuna soro domandindro yes in 10 seconds pour kafo mole
wala mbroma dukaral nga nyinge kukuma bati mole na andu ni na referana si kenso la jane mbulu koso momo e hakilindi moy minji anu nga toñafo hakilindi moy minji anu kana fo ka politicise dron ka politique diamo minse dia manse wala minse dia nte no nga kumol fo membe keri minom fitinoti minom kairoti fitino kairo ka nyato ta ka do ku nyadile moli afo minom wila no la miro loti minime kontani yafo isaje sa safarano
yes and special thanks to the governor of West Coast region the governor control na West Coast region ka faye ko kana italiya ala baraka bake
prof baraka bake ibe track kan ni nakala
iba kata
yeah inshallah next time bala ngay ñew ci programme ibe improve la le demanding
nombe yantam ci cel
so ibe improve la le demanding
thank you very much
baraka Nima Foitanola.
Yeah, Abaraka.
We learn what we do.
Yeah, so we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right onto the click segment. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Gambia mumbe talti, mbe killing, dimbaya killing. Akumaya tabake, pour nse kairo sabatindin tema. QTV kachadula, betaman tamangla West Coast region, pour ka kairo sabatindin tema. Kilifolo Birkama Governor's Office, November Karo Atilisei, 2022. Talan Sabatili Bulo, Combo East, Combo Central, Combo South, Combo North, Tilifula Nyong, Birkama Governor's Office, Tilikononto, November Karo 2022. Talan Sabatili Bulo, Fonyi Berefet, Fonyi Bintang, Fonyi Kansala, Fonyi Bondali, Fonyi Jaro, Sefolu, Musunyatong Kolu, Fonding Kelu, Village Development Committee, Molu Milialonko ebe sabatiring West Coast Region, Mbebe Bunyala Nyim Programoto, Kairo mu fen kumayarim balti, woto mbe ngambulo dundije.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertil Harding Highway. Espas Motors.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy QPower, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send QMoney, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Calpe. We innovate.
Short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now, Ibrahim, we're heading right on to the click segment.
We're about to have fun, innit? Yeah. Good morning, guys. I'm Skengman Sweezy, and it's good to be back, though. It's good to be back, you know. And today with me in the studio, we're going all the way to the UK. LB Season, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm honored to be
here.
Mad love,
bro.
Mad love, bro.
To be honest, man. Actually, I know you, yeah? But I want the Gambian people to know you better, man. Who is LB, bro?
LB, well, I'm 16, you get me? I just started rapping, been a year now, and we're taking over right now. Taking over in
the UK,
Taking over, yeah, in the UK
man.
Right now.
First time coming to the Gambia, bro.
Yeah.
Experience, man.
It's beautiful.
So tell us a bit, what brought you in the Gambia?
Say again?
What brought you in the Gambia?
Well, I mean, we're looking to expand our fans, you get me? Looking to see different cultures, you get me? And take over different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So just coming out of the UK and bringing all the fans in, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, man. So, but I want to know quickly, yeah? Tell me about the CFG, the man them.
The CFG?
Yeah, man.
That's family.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, that's family. CFG is family. You get me? So obviously that's my management, but at the same time, we do it our way. CFG is our way, do you know what I'm saying?
And big shout out to Marky B and shout out to African Boss World, man. We're doing it big in the Gambia as well, man, all the way from the UK. We're trying to set up something mad in the Gambia as well, man. So first of all, LB, take us through the music sector in the UK, the industry. How is it like for people like you that are coming up in the UK? How does you feel? Like, do you feel like you belong in the industry in the UK there?
Yeah.
Take us through the journey there.
Well, of course. Obviously, I feel like I belong there. There's a lot of competition. A lot of people my age want to be rapping. But it's all about your dedication at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? If you really want it that bad, you got to go get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, the first song, man, over 3 million views on all social media platforms, man. So take us through that as well, man.
That was crazy. Honestly, that was my first time going studio. No media coverage, nothing. And I'm just very grateful to see how well it's done. And yeah, man, you get me, we're moving on to bigger things. That's just the start, that's just the start.
For real, man. Yeah. We're going to do this today, yeah? We're going to play your music video on TV, live TV for real, man. So we're going to play Up All Night. I want you to introduce it to the Gambian fans. I want them to know, yeah, this is LB and this is your video. Introduce it for them right now, bro.
Well, this is LB Season, Up All Night music video, about to run now.
We'll be right back after this break.
Said I'm up all night, man, I'm way too tired. But I'm steady, spinning in the booth and I make my mum proud and my bro so wide. I got love, man, I'm way too blessed. I ain't bothered chatting to anyone about cause dog, I'm way too stressed. More life, got me screaming, what's next? Yo, said I'm up all night, man, I'm way too tired. But I'm steady, spinning in this booth and I make my mum proud and my bro so wide. I got love, man, I'm way too blessed. I ain't bothered chatting to anyone about cause dog, I'm way too stressed. More life, got me screaming, what's next? Yo. After a rapper want bands on me, she steady, see what I'm doing, she feel my thing, she got hands on me. After love I go D and D, so you know you can't hit my phone. After a bad one, just leave me alone. I ain't got no time for any feelings, or I'll be on my own. Do you get that? I got tracks, rip it for your head back. Make music, you might just regret that. Fuck that shit, it's a major setback. Yo, I told bros that I wanna be rap someday. Man and onto that, trapping all day. Fuck that, I wanna make this pay. That way, we can live this way. If you talk about love, then I might just vomit. Pain is something that attracts, so sorry darling, I'm not really on it. But I can tell you when I still hop on it. Best believe she ain't all that. I want stacks, so be so fat. Keep the talking to just a minimum. Intelligent kid, real smart individual. Why are all these man so cynical? I told niggas I'm doing my thing. Still man, I phone up your girl, she act all stush when I iPhone ping. Got bars on a Wi-Fi ting. Like most that, my bros let it ring. I said it's way too deeper. Hear my track just blow through your speaker. Dig a whole smoke, no it ain't reefer. This ain't a game just like FIFA. To this day I'ma earn my place. Chase the bag bro, I'm on that race. Hella demons is what I'm facing. Opportunities that I'm creating. My heart ain't got no breaking. Angel above, I need that saving. Said I'm up all night, man, I'm way too tired. I'm steady, spinning in the booth and I make my mum proud and my bro so wide. I got love, man, I'm way too blessed. I ain't bothered chatting to anyone about it cause dog, I'm way too stressed. More life, got me screaming, what's next? Yo, said I'm up all night, man, I'm way too tired. But I'm steady, spinning this booth and I make my mum proud and my bro so wide. I got love, man, I'm way too blessed. I ain't bothered chatting to anyone about it cause dog, I'm way too stressed. More life, got me screaming, what's next? Yo.
I told you, man, I told you guys we're having fun. It's fun out here, man. Yeah, man, for real.
Trust me.
Wow. I told you, but I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, now let's talk about this video, the song itself, man. Take us through the process of making the song and the video itself, bro.
Well, obviously, when I was making the song, I've been writing that for a couple months. This was just before I was just thinking about doing it properly. So, obviously, we just thought it was only right to do a music video. CFG just thought it was only right. Do you know what I'm saying? We got to show the people what it's really about. We got to give the people my face. Because obviously, if it's doing that well, do you know what I'm saying? It's only right. Yeah, you're right. It's only right.
For real, man. So now, man, we all know you were here. You were here in the Gambia for the first time. And yeah, you mash up QCE on Saturday, man. Rema. Yeah, man, with the with no wahala, yeah? For real, man. The fans were reacting to it, man. So first of all, how did you feel performing on the stage like that in QCE? Like with 20,000 people watching you on stage, bro?
Well, to be fair, I was honored to be there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel not really any nerve. I just felt the love. You get me? I felt the love in QCity that night.
Exactly, man. For real, bro. Yeah. You know, we all know you're trying to do something with Palms as well, Lil Palms.
Yeah.
You feel like get in there as well, man.
Something's coming. Something's coming.
Something big as well, man.
Something's coming. Don't worry.
Y'all watch out for LB and Lil Palms. We're working on something.
Trust me.
Trust it, man. Now, LB, I know you've been here a few days and you've been listening to Gambian music actually, and I know you've listened to a few artists, and then you're trying to get to know the Gambian artists as well, man.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what would you say the industry is like in the Gambia? Because on Saturday we were out and you saw other Gambian artists on stage as well doing their thing. But for you personally, what would you say the industry is like, the music industry in the Gambia?
I think the music industry is like, it's very wide in all cultures, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Afro beats and then there's like Afro drill as well.
Yeah.
So say with Lil Pams, it's like, he kind of relates to the UK music in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I think that's why we bond a lot. And that's why we connect a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, Afro beats as well. I can relate to that, car. You get me? I've got a bit of culture as well, do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
so,
man.
You know.
Yeah, now I want to ask you this as well.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is your first time coming to Gambia?
Yeah.
Yes, and then Booba just talks about how the crowd was vibing to,
Exactly.
you know, and you're here for the first time, and some of them do not even know your music.
Exactly.
So how are you able to achieve that, you know?
Well, it's just about your crowd control, you know, and your confidence when you're out on stage.
Okay.
That's all it is.
So how do you achieve that? Because, you know, sometimes in Gambia here, we have this problem where artists come, we pay them a lot of money, they perform, and they're not excited about it because their music is good, but performance-wise is not. And it's something you're able to achieve easily. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
How are you able to achieve that?
Well, it's just about showing the crowd. You show the crowd love, you know, and they're gonna show it back to you. It's vice versa. It's just about your vibe. You gotta bring it so they can bring it. Because if you're standing there and it's all a bit, do you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be the same. That's all it is.
So do you think Gambia is a place where you can come back and have your own show? And
Oh yeah,
people
of
will
course,
love it?
100%.
I like the confidence. Okay.
100%.
Exactly, and yeah, you'll be coming back December for the Parcel show.
Yeah.
What should the Gambian people expect from you when you come back December? Because yeah, we're doing some videos. You're doing some videos as well in the Gambia. You're doing about 2 videos, and we played on TV. We played over in the UK as well, man. It's like you're trying to market the Gambia out of the into UK as well.
Yeah.
Although you're not from here, but you're here to do a music video.
Yeah.
Market the Gambia outside the as a tourist destination. So with those videos that we're playing on TV and radio stations as well, the songs we're playing on radio stations as well, and you're coming back December, what should the Gambian people expect from you as an artist when you come back December and when you be on the stage with Parcel doing your thing?
I think they should just expect the vibe, you know. The UK can do it too, as well as much as Gambia.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
UK can bring the vibe.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
All right, Jennifer, we're gonna do something here. I want you to give him a Gambian name.
I should give him a Gambian name.
Yeah.
I should give him a Gambian name.
Not your boyfriend name. But
Okay,
a Gambian
let me
name.
think of a name. Excuse, please don't interrupt me. I have to give him a Gambian name.
Ibrahima is lovely.
Excuse me. What? I'm asking him.
Ibrahima.
Okay, so I'll give him Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Why?
Not Ibrahim, Ibrahim.
No, that's my name.
Yeah, that's his name as well.
That's my
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, my brother,
That's
you know,
your
my
name,
brother
say.
is Ibrahim
Yeah.
and has the same kind of complexion. So
Okay.
that's why I'm like
Okay,
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
It's
Yeah.
Ibrahim.
So we give
Ibrahim
you
is lovely.
Ibrahim,
Yeah,
Alright, so Ibrahim, you have a
Ibrahim.
sister already by you here. What?
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
That's Ibrahim.
Yeah, well.
And a brother as well, don't forget about that. And a brother as well.
Disclaimer,
This is
guys.
Ibrahim.
Disclaimer. He just asked me to give him a Gambian name, and that's it. Please, guys, please.
And now, Elby, I'll be calling you Ibrahim, bro.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
new name is Ibrahim,
That's
man.
Ibrahim
Ibrahim.
here.
Alright, man. So yeah, we're about to wrap it up, man. But Elby, first of all, man, what do you have for the Gambian people? What words do you have to tell the Gambian people, actually? What do you want to tell them?
I just want to tell the Gambian people, just make sure you stay tuned, because I'm coming back here a lot, and I'm just ready to show you everything I got. You get me? And I'm ready to show you what the UK's got. I'm putting out for the UK as well.
Yeah.
Not just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, CFG.
Shout out to the man them as well.
Yeah, shout out to the Mandem as well. And CFG, come on.
CFG all day,
CFG.
African Boss Music all day, man. It's that time of the show, man. The freestyle segment. We're about to turn it up, man. We're about to get lit. Let me have my beat, man. Let me have the beat. We're about to get lit, man. Say what? What you say, bro?
Look. Hit the main road, man, I feel like Jigga. She call me deep season, all up in a party with me, cause I've been that nigga. Hit the M-way, I might crash this dinger. She spice, I can't wait too rude. I tap it twice through for all my goons. Kill the beat like I stepped in lose. To be my sons, I ain't talking news. I ain't got no COVID. When I'm sick, I want bread like Hovis. Control, I might control this. Rockstar, you already know this. I got banks like Benny, pre the bag full of pounds and pennies. Gas me up, make me turn so shelly. LB season off on telly. Hey, work it out, Big Batley, work it out. Listeners, 100 fouls. She wanna roll the star right now. Work it out. Big back, let me work it out. Listeners, 100,000. She wanna roll with the star right now.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I told you, bro. I told you, man. We having fun, man.
Shelling.
Yeah, man.
Shelling.
For my end, I'm saying, but before I take a leave with you, man, yeah? My outfit.
You look clean.
Jennifer, come join me, man. Come join me.
Okay.
Come join me, baby.
So, what do you have to say about QTV? It's the morning show.
Yeah?
QTV.
Yeah, man.
Do you want to rap something for QTV? For private TV in the Gambia, something, you know? Okay, QTV. Let's go.
QTV with a QTI. QTV.
Okay.
And I'm here with a QTI. QTV. And I'm here with a QTI. QTV. And I'm here with a QTI.
I told you, man, we're having fun, man. We're having fun, man.
So your outfit is from?
Barcelona Fashion Shop, man.
Right.
Man,
we need this guy again, man.
No,
We're
gonna
the vibe is just out of the world.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back for you, man.
Therefore,
Yeah,
100%.
So
100%.
yeah, Barcelona Fashion Shop. Thank you for styling me, man. I'm proud of you guys, man. Keep doing your thing.
Good.
If you need something, go link me up. I'm looking fresh, man. Drip on point, like I said always, man. Don't forget, link me up on social media. Link me up on Instagram with Skengman Sweezy, Facebook Sweezy B40, Twitter Skengman Sweezy, yeah, Snapchat as well Skengman Sweezy. From my end, I'm saying bye bye. Till I come your way again. QTV.
QTV.
We're done.
Bye guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.